freaks of my So Quilty life, welcome back to my channel. We're doing another skill builder video, and this video are all about half square triangles. Now, I don't typically use a ton of half square triangles because I love corner squares, as you can probably tell because I use them in a ton of my quilt designs. But half square triangles are fun every once in a while, and they do make beautiful blocks. So in the quilt room pattern, there are several half square triangles, so I thought I would show you the 2 ways that you're going to be using them in the pattern. Now, there are a ton of different ways that you can make half square triangles. Triangle paper, 8 in 1, 2 in 1, 10 in 1, a million in 1. But for this video, I'm going to show you how to make 1 from 2 squares and then 2 from 2 squares, because those are the techniques that you're going to be using in the quilt room pattern and most of my patterns. I really never specify in my patterns if you're going to be making more than that. I never specify paper or anything like that because I really like to make sure that my steps could be made with the simplest tools possible in the simplest techniques. Meaning I don't want you to have to go buy a ton of different tools, a ton of different papers, a ton of different supplies in order to make the quilt. I want you to be able to make it with the basic techniques that you can do with very minimal tools and notions. And because I am like that, I don't like to have a ton of different notions. I like to just have my basics and go to town. So the first one we're going to start off with is a half square triangle from 2 squares, just making 1. And all that means is you're just sewing on your diagonal line that you've drawn on the back of your background fabric or whichever fabric you want. And then you're trimming a 1/4 inch away, and then you're pressing so you have 1. So you'll have a little bit of waste that you don't need. And if it's big enough, you could sew it and make a smaller half square triangle for another project. The other way I'm going to show you is that you sew a 1/4 inch away from your drawn line on both sides so that when you press it, you can have 2 half square triangles. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble on my diagonal line. Again, because these are smaller pieces, I usually do use an under 2 stitch length. I usually use that all the time, even if I'm sewing bigger pieces, because I just like to have a lot of stitches to secure that piece versus not as much. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble, and then I'm also going to press. I like to press open on my half square triangles just because when I do assemble them, however I'm assembling them for a quilt, I like to make sure that there's not a lot of bulk, especially if I'm going to assemble a ton of half square triangles. But be sure to pay close attention to your pattern because you might have to press towards the dark side or a different side in order to get those seams to nest for that pattern. But for this video, I'm just going to press them open. I'll be right back. Okay, I just got back from my machine. This is 1 seam and these are 2 seams. Now my machine was giving me some trouble, so it looks a little wonky, but I'm not going to change it because this is just a quick video. So if you're making 1 half square triangle, you're going to be assembling along the diagonal line that you've drawn. Now, if you're making 2, you're going to be stitching a 1/4 inch away from that diagonal line that you would have drawn down from corner to corner. Now, in order to make the 1, I am just going to trim off a 1/4 inch away. And to make the 2, I'm trimming on that diagonal line that I have drawn, which should be a 1/4 inch away on each side. Then I'm going to press. Now, I told you that I press open, so that is what I'm going to do. Now, don't forget when you are pressing that you don't want to skew these pieces and stretch them because they are sewn on the bias. Now, if you made 1, your piece most likely has to match the pieces that you started with. So I think we started with a 2.5 inch square. So when you're making 1 half square triangle, 9 times out of 10, your half square triangle is supposed to measure what your pieces you started with. So I'm just going to see how I did. I'm going to align my seam with the diagonal line on my ruler. And if you don't have that diagonal line on your ruler, I highly recommend it. I didn't do too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and trim it up. Even though there's really not much to trim, just that little bit, trimming is going to really make a difference in your final blocks. Just trimming all that excess. Now you see I did have a little bit here. So somewhere along the way, I must have sewn a little in or a little out because I did have a little bit of that left. Now, when you're making 2, what I like is usually, not always, your pattern will call for you to cut your pieces way bigger. And after you make the 2, then you're trimming down to a certain size. That is my preferred way over having to make sure that they do measure what I originally cut the pieces at. because as you saw, I had a little bit of excess there. But I don't have necessarily a measurement, but let's just see. So I could cut a 2-inch square out of these, and I believe I started with a 2.5-inch square. So just pay close attention to what your pattern says. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim down, and you will have a lot of excess now. You just wanna make sure that you do have some fabric underneath that sticks out past the 2-inch mark or whatever mark you're trimming, because then you know that you're trimming it correctly. So let's do that here. Again, I'm lining my diagonal line up with the diagonal seam, and I am just trimming it off. So here I have a 2-inch half square triangle. So we'll go ahead and trim the next one. Lining up our diagonal line on our ruler, making sure that we have some fabric at least sticking out past the 2-inch. And if you don't, it's okay. You just need to make sure that you don't have too much less fabric. Okay, so here I have my 2 half square triangles that I made using the 2 method, and this one making the 1. Okay, so here I have my 1 half square triangle and my 2. Again, you're just gonna wanna make sure that you pay close attention to the pattern you're working with to see what technique you need to do, whether it be 2, 4, 8, a million, or just 1. Making 1 always makes me a little nervous, only because I know that my piece has to match exactly. Whereas these, I usually can fudge a little bit if they're not perfect. But also another thing that you can do is if you're supposed to make 1 and it's supposed to be the exact size that you need, and you're not trimming down, you can always cut a little bit bigger, maybe an 1/8 or a 1/4 inch bigger. You just have to make sure that you're taking into account the fabric requirements, because if you don't have a lot of fabric left over and you do cut everything bigger to cut down, you might not have enough for your entire quilt. Just depends on the pattern. But if you need to do that and then trim down, that's also a good way that you can make sure that your half square triangle comes out exactly how it should be. So I hope you have fun making half square triangles. Be sure to turn these into something cute, and I'll be back for another skill builder video next time. Bye guys!